Hello everybody, it's Mighty Mary and I'm here to do a bar workout with you. So I hope y'all didn't show up to this bar thinking it was spelled differently. This is B-A-R-R-E as in ballet bar. We're gonna do a little workout. So if I tricked you, then that's okay because you're gonna leave feeling great. We're gonna do a warm up. We're gonna do some arm work, some thigh work, some seat work. After that, we'll do some ab work. And we'll finish with back dancing. Let me tell you about the props you may or might not need. I have a little mat here on the ground for when we move to the ground for our ab work. I also have a little chair. Mine's a little folding chair, but we're gonna do a stretch seated, so you might want a place you can sit nearby. I also have a pillow, so you could, if you have any lower back issues, you might want to use a pillow to modify the ab work that we do later. And then my trusty canned foods. It's always good to have some cans around to get a little weight into the arm work that we do. I grabbed my crushed tomatoes today so I can crush this workout. So these are optional. You could do the arms with or without. You'll get results either way, promise. So with no further ado, let's get started. Everybody stand up and find an area that you can move just a tiny bit to get warmed up. I'm gonna start with just hands on hips, facing forward, deep breath in, and let it go. One more deep breath in, soften the knees, lift up in the arms. It's always good to have that good morning stretch where you maybe grab one wrist, grab the other, pull it the other way, and then let those arms go. Hands go back on your hips, and we'll just start tapping. I'll show you from the side. Tapping as you step. There you go. Breathe in, breathe out. Feeling good. Now see if you can take those taps and just raise your knee ever so slightly. Don't go any higher than your hip height here. Nice little marching steps. And maybe we'll add some arms. We like to lift them up high to the sky. There, keeping that breath. Light step. Don't let me hear you like a herd of elephants with those feet clobbering down. So try to go toe to heel on the way down and lift that heel up first. Here we pull down. There you go. Pull, pull, looking good. Adding a little coordination, we take one elbow, bring it to the opposite knee. Getting a little rotation through the torso here. Few more. And back to center now for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, moving to your countertop, bar, maybe a heavy couch. We're gonna do a little bit of arm work. You're gonna start just standing up facing your sturdy surface and then walk your feet back a little bit. My feet are hip width apart and parallel. From here, I'm gonna bend my arms slowly. I never have locked out elbows. They're slightly bent already. I go down for 2 and up for 2. I inhale. Exhale, 2 more slow. Inhale, exhale. Last one slow. Tempo, here we go. Take it down. Press, down, press. Inhale, exhale. Just a few more, make it 4, 2, 3, and on 4. Let's move to our side plank. So you're gonna keep your left arm centered, turn your body on an angle. You're gonna be supporting your body weight with your left arm, and then take that outer arm. We raise it up and down, up and down. Inhale, exhale, hold that arm up. Now just through that hip, start to lift, lift. Feel that torso working here for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Let's get that other side. I go back to center, both arms. This time my right arm is my support. And I lean away, feel that support of the right arm, and my left arm floats up and down. Wave into the crowd. Inhale, exhale. Few more. Really feel that solid body. Try not to bend at all at the hip. and hold that arm extended, just lift to finish. Final few. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on 10. Great warm up, everyone. We're gonna get into our arm work right here. I'm gonna grab my cans. Feet are hip width apart parallel, soft knees. I got my breath going a little bit, and hopefully you did too. We're gonna bend our arms and bring our soup cans or your canned goods to your shoulders, and then lower them for 2. Now I try to have a light grip on the cans, and I put that squeeze into my bicep muscle. So I squeeze up, squeeze it down, squeeze up and down. You're making a W shape here. Inhale and exhale. Few more, inhale and exhale. It goes up, that's it, and down. Great job. Last 2. Now you're just gonna take that W, narrow it a little bit, and here we go again. It goes up, up, down, down. Everything else is grazing my body, my elbows, from my armpit to my elbow. It's real tight on my body. My knees are soft. And if I turn sideways, you'll see I try to keep my back as flat and still as possible. Imagine a wall right behind you from your hips to your shoulders. Last few here. That narrow W. Inhale, exhale. Now bring that W together and your arms are just gonna go straight in front of your body. Last set. You're thinking, how many more of these can we angle? This is it. Inhale, exhale. Keep it going. You've got this. Hopefully you're feeling that squeeze in your bicep. Few more. There you go. That's it. Almost there. And now hold it right here. You're gonna turn your arms so they're like dumbbells and curl this way for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on 10. Leave them out there. Let's not forget our shoulders. We go up to the sides, back into our body. Press it out, pull it back in. Pretend that you're moving through mud here. Really thick, wet cement. Resist on the way out, resist on the way in. That's it. Looking good. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Last 2. Inhale, exhale. Last 1. And bring it in. We're going to bring our arms in front of our body. Stand up for a moment and then open our feet just a little bit. Soften your knees. Now this is a great exercise right where that arm meets your torso, right underneath the armpit shoulder area. You're just going to take those 2 cans or your fists if you're not using any and press them together. Press them with all your might, like you're trying to crush these 2 cans into each other. You'll really feel a fire up right in the right place. Good job. Keep that back flat. Standing up nice and tall, but your knees are soft in that wide second. My feet are slightly turned out. Press, press. Now hold the press. Keep them pressing together. Little bend, extend, press, and extend. You can see from the side, it's a little bend, big stretch. Little bend, big stretch. If it feels hard, if it's difficult with both cans, just have one can. And you can get that same motion without maybe losing your grip. Bend and stretch. That's it. Good. Now hold that can with all your might. Hold the extension. Now bend your elbows in tight so your arms are upright. And now we're just going to squeeze our elbows together. They go in, in. Good. Maybe zip up those legs, keeping that soft bend. Press, press. There's my side angle. Good, keep going. 4 more. Now hold the press. Don't let your elbows come apart if you can help it, and just press up to finish. Here we go. Little press for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's enough. Okay, shake those arms out a little bit. Set those cans down. Take a deep breath. Bring one arm across your body. Take your other hand, make a hook. A little stretch out of our arms. Great job. That'll wake you up in the morning or the afternoon or the evening. Good, and now we're gonna get the other side. Other arm crosses, opposite arm makes a hook. Feels a nice stretch through our upper arm and shoulder. And then I bring my arm up, bend it at the elbow, pull it across. Great warm up, great arm work. We're gonna get our thighs to fire up this morning. Maybe grab on behind your back, one more quick stretch. And extend your arms long. Right here, looking up, deep breath in. And let it all go. Okay, you're ready for a little thigh work. So find that countertop or a heavy chair, couch, something that you can grip onto. We're gonna walk back towards that surface. And from here, I like to extend my arms out wide, and my whole body is gonna be zipped up. Thighs, knees, and feet are together. So zipped up, hands out wide, nice tall upper body. From here, you're gonna extend just your right foot. It's not about height here. You're gonna extend it in front of your body and make that leg stick straight. It could be almost touching the floor. It can be a little higher, as long as the leg is not bending. So from here, my foot is flexed. I'm gonna draw my navel towards my spine to hold that upper body position. From here, I do a little bend, extend, little bend, extend. So feel the thigh muscles working as you do that extension. Now hold the extension. have a little hyperextension in my legs, but really feel the thigh work here as you lift up an inch, down an inch, up and down. You inhale, exhale. Good, you're gonna start to feel that thigh muscle start to maybe get a little heat, little burn in it. That's your muscle changing, that's good. Now hold that up and trace a dime, a tiny circle with your heel. Your foot is flexed. Trace a dime. We go around, around. Little baby circles here. 4 more. And then switch it the opposite direction. I'm moving counterclockwise now, drawing that same little circle, that same little dime. You can do a quarter if you prefer. Little circle. There you go. Now hold the circle. That leg is stick straight. You might be feeling a little shake, but shake is good. From here, if you'd like a little more difficulty, you can bring up your heel on your bottom foot, your left foot. If you prefer, you can leave that on the ground. From here though, I want you to deepen the bend in your support leg, your left leg, right there. And now just soften it down. You're doing little pulses down. You're really gonna feel that left thigh firing here. Down and down. Remember, it's not about the height of the right leg. Just keep it extended. 4 more. 2, 3. Hold the down and just lift to finish. We've got 10. You've got this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's enough. Shake those legs. We got one more leg and then we're moving on to the seat. So same position. Back up to the wall or to the counter. Wide hands, zip it up, soften the knees. This time your left leg extends. Stick straight, foot is flexed. From here, bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. We do the bend and stretch just to really find that thigh muscle. Feel it firing when you extend. The top of the kneecap should draw towards your quad, towards your thigh muscle to really fire it up. Now hold the extension here. We go down an inch, up an inch, up and down. Inhale, exhale. Few more. 2, 3. Let's hold this fourth one up and we start our circles, little tiny traces. Heel traces a dime. Keep breathing, keep at it. Hold that tight body position and reverse it. Little circles here, reverse. Around, around, just 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and now a change. Remember that right leg now. You soften it. If you'd like, you can also lift your heel up a tiny bit. From here, we pulse down on that support leg. Down, down. Left leg is frozen in the air. Stick straight. Exhale. Fire up that right quad. 4 more. 2, 3. Hold the down. Just lift to finish. Here, you've got this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang in there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake that out. Ooh, hello thighs. It really gets both thighs, even though you're doing right and left, because of that support work we do. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of turnout work. This time we'll focus on our seat. So walk into your bar. This is the part where you get to belly up to the bar. You get to actually draw your left hip towards your countertop or your bar or your whatever surface you're holding onto. Outside arm on your hip. From there, your feet are like a little tiny slice of pizza. You're in first position. You're gonna soften your knees. And now that hand that's on the outside, it's gonna act like a seat belt. And it's gonna wrap around your belly. Feel your navel pull away from your arm. That is a great upper body position. From here, we take our right foot, extend it back. If you look over your right shoulder, you should be able to see that foot back there. Now from there, lift it up off the ground, just a tiny, tiny bit. And we're gonna do what we did, an extension. You're gonna do a little bend, big stretch, little bend, big stretch. Tiniest bend. And these are micro movements. You might get the theme here, but that's what barre is all about. You don't need high impact to change the shape of your muscles, to get stronger. Little bend, big stretch. So hang in there with me. Now hold that extension. And now just bend, stretch, and lift it up an inch. Bend, stretch, and lift. So that bend, stretch is a little faster. Then you're lifting that toe away from the ground just 1 inch, maybe 2. Exhale and lift. Bend, stretch, lift. 1 more, hold the lift. Now flex your foot. Squeeze in, hold. In, hold. You're squeezing your right cheek so hard that it draws the foot along with it. So it goes from 5 o'clock to 5:30. There you go, squeeze it. Really feel that right corner of your seat doing all the work here. Exhale, exhale. Little faster here to finish. You squeeze 1, 2, just 10 of these. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good news, right seat is fired up. Bad news, we got a left seat. We want to be even and be developing our muscles in accordance. So I'm going to move just to this counter so you can still see my setup. It's exactly the same, but the opposite. My heels are together, my toes are apart again, narrow V. I soften both knees. I have a light grip, and then I take that seatbelt arm, wrap it, draw my navel away from it, and I reach back. I've got 7 o'clock on my clock now. There we go. From there, I'm just gonna lift my foot 1 inch off the ground. Need a little more room for that leg. And I bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. Exhale, don't forget to breathe. You can always check if it's in the right place by looking back over that shoulder. There you go. Adding on, we got bend, stretch, little lift. Bend, stretch, little lift. Good, tiny and up. Extend, squeeze it up. Lift. Now hold the extension, hold the lift here, and just lift it and flex your foot. Everything is frozen. Now squeeze in, hold. In hold, that foot goes from 7 back to 630. Squeeze it in. Same thing on this side, really feel right at the base of the seat, right where the leg and the seat come together. We call that the ledge. You squeeze it in. Exhale as you do that. Same thing, tempo to finish. Here's for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's enough. Okay, come on out of that. This is where the chair comes in. This is the perfect time to sit down, isn't it? So I'm gonna open up my chair. We need to stretch out our legs and our seat a little bit. So we're gonna sit nice and tall. And if you can, cross part of that leg over your opposite leg, like a number 4. I sometimes do this standing if you want a little bit more, and you can pull off your countertop doing it. But this is a great stretch too. If you can inhale up and then exhale, rounding a little bit forward and lifting back up. Let's try that on the other side. So right foot goes down, left foot up. Feels really great right in that outer hip area that we just worked so hard. Big inhale up and exhale. Roll it down. Okay, I'm gonna let you move even lower. We're gonna move into our ab work and our back dancing for some final fun to this great workout. Okay, here's where your pillow might come in handy. I'm gonna have you squat down to your mat and have a seat on the ground where we will finish our class today. If you experience any type of lower back pain when you do ab work, what you can do is take a pillow. I also love to use a ball, like the size of a bouncy ball maybe, that you can find at a kid's store or a convenience store, those kind of things. But a pillow works great too, and most people have these already. So I kind of squish it up and I sit down with my feet hip width apart, parallel, and I'm gonna just round back a little bit into it. You'll feel your abs engage. From there though, you can grab on behind the backs of your thighs, and this is a great ab position to start in. It protects your lower back, but you still can get work through your abs. So if you'd like that pillow for your setup, feel free to do that. What you do want to do is grab a kitchen towel. I forgot to tell you this earlier, but if you have a pair of socks, a towel, a smaller pillow, for this ab work, see if you can put it in between your knees so you can maintain that zipped up position during abs. One hand behind each thigh, and from there round back, maybe into the pillow, maybe not. There you go. And from there, we're just gonna tuck and hold. Tuck, hold. So you'll notice my hips just tucking under. As I do that, I draw my navel towards my spine. I'm really finding my lower abs that way. Exhale as you tuck. Tuck, hold. Good, now to hold the tuck, we're gonna do little curls. You go down an inch, up an inch. Inhale, exhale. So it's tiny little movements. It's not those giant sit-ups that maybe you did in PE back in the day. These really target that lower ab area. And then pretty soon we'll get into our obliques too. I hope you're feeling great. Stay there with me. We're on our last little home stretch. Inhale, exhale. Now see if you can take one arm and just make a fist in front of your body and continue those curls. 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. Good. Now hold on. Other arm reaches in front. Inhaling and exhaling. Just 4 more. That's 1, 2, 3, and hold it on 4. Grab on behind both legs. We're going to get those obliques by reaching our left arm over to the right side of our body. Hold on to the one leg with both hands. Good. And then you just tuck under, just like we did in the center. You'll really feel it getting into your oblique area, that right oblique. Rounded arms. Tuck and exhale. There you go. Now hold this next tuck and we go down an inch, up an inch. Inhale, exhale. Maybe lifting that outside arm. Good, we're almost there. Hold it right there and just rotate here for 10, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna get to the other side. That's 7, 8, 9, and on 10. I hold back on in the middle, both legs, reaching up and over. Thank goodness, just one more oblique. We go, tuck under. Exhale and tuck. I'm squeezing my seat, and if I were to put my hand on my belly right now, I could feel my belly pulling away from my hand every time I tuck. Tuck under, hold the tuck, down an inch, up an inch. Tiny, tiny curls. Curl. Good, light grip. Don't make any marks on your leg with those fingers. You've got this. Now hold that curl, reaching your upper arm, and we rotate. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turn back to center, and we're gonna just curl up 10 times to finish. You've got 1, 2, maybe release one arm. That's 5, maybe 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Let's keep that towel handy. We're gonna move on to our back. Quick stretch out. Extend your arms and legs long. And now I've got a grand finale for you. I'm gonna start with my feet flat on the ground. I've got my little dish towel rolled up, and it's gonna go right in between my feet. From here, I'm gonna see if I can rise up on my tiptoes, so my heels are slightly off the ground. From there, I lift up. This is a great way to really fire up that whole backside just one more time. And I do the tiniest tuck under, gripping that dishcloth. Tuck, tuck. There it goes. And now I hold the tuck and I just squeeze the dishcloth, really firing up those inner thighs. Exhale. This is called back dancing. Think of your favorite song and just be rocking out to it as you squeeze. And now lower the heels, move your feet slightly away from your body, and continue to squeeze, squeeze. Good. Almost there. Final minute of work today. Hold the squeeze and start to tuck, tuck. There it is. Each time, think of lifting your hips up, but don't let them come down. Uphold, uphold. Good. Last 30 seconds, rising up to those tip toes. Keep squeezing that dish towel. And final 30 seconds. Here you go. You've got this. Hang in there with me. Final 20. Squeeze. The harder you squeeze, the more you're going to change the shape of what you're squeezing. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on 10, lower everything down to the ground, one vertebra at a time. And chuck that dish towel out of the way and carefully sit up into your seated position. Good. Extending those legs forward. I'm gonna stretch up with my arms. I'm gonna lean to one side, gripping my opposite wrist and switching sides. Good. I'm gonna extend up and gently fold forward into my forward pike stretch. Keeping my back as flat as possible right here. Good. Now I'm going to turn into a hurdler stretch. Got one leg drawn in, reaching up and over. You can also do this with a leg just extended out. And turn towards that leg. And opposite side. Again, the options are to draw that foot in or keep it extended out into your straddle. Oh, it feels so good to stretch at the end of a workout. And walk those hands out just a little bit. Feel those inner thighs release from all that work we did with that darn dish towel. And bring those legs back together. One last stretch up and down. Big exhale with your breath. and let it go. Give yourselves a hand, everybody. Great job, great effort, great focus. I hope you enjoyed that little mini bar workout. We took about just over 30 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you for joining me today. I hope you can join me for future classes, and have a great day. Bye.